Assalamu alaikum everybody. Welcome to the Ramadan with Sahaba show. If you're just tuning in, this show is to tell the story of some of the companions of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I'm Yasmin, and I'm going to be telling today's story. We're talking about the lion's claws, a man whose spear never missed and whose prayers were nearly always answered. That just goes to show how strong his faith was. Who is he, you may ask? He's Saʿd ibn Abi Waqaas, the first person to shoot an arrow in defense of Islam. The man who, whenever he turned to the Prophet while he's sitting with his companions, was greeted cheerfully by the Prophet saying, "He's my maternal uncle," meaning the brother of his mother. Today, we'll learn from his story that certainty and strong faith is not limited to age. He grew up in Mecca, making bows and arrows. As you can already tell, he was very familiar with them from a young age. He used to make them day and night. His hands were calloused, bruised by the constant use of them. As all of us would do, he used to practice with them. His aiming and precision was said to be astonishing. He was one of the best archers known in Islam. Meanwhile, I can't shoot one arrow properly without it backfiring on me. One day, Abu Bakr came to him and spoke softly about the Prophet Muhammad ibn Abdullah, that he is a messenger with a revelation from God. He spoke of the religion of guidance and truth. At that time, Saʿd did not like the way his people were praying to idols, as if these idols could do anything to them. They were just stones. Attracted by this new religion, Abu Bakr led the way and took Saʿd to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Saʿd embraced Islam very early on. Whenever he'd talk about himself, he'd speak humbly and nothing arrogantly, except for two facts. Thanking Allah, he'd say, "By Allah, I am one of the first Arabs to throw an arrow in the cause of Allah." Secondly, that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had told him, "Throw, Saʿd, may my mother and father be your ransom." Nobody had ever heard of the Prophet saying that to anyone except Saʿd. Indeed, these two were facts that he was very proud of. I mean, who wouldn't? I'm sure that I'd speak of it whenever possible. If you think you wouldn't, I highly doubt that. The fact that Saʿd was still in his youth promised very great things. Perhaps other young people of Mecca would follow his example. And he did go on to do many great things. Courage ran in his veins. Fear was unknown to him. He'd participated in more wars than I can count on my fingers. The Prophet ﷺ had delightedly prayed in his favor when he'd done something that he was proud of. "O Allah, make his arrow hit its mark every time," and his prayers answered. People thought that was why Saəd's aim was amazing. However, not all battles are fought with shield and sword. Some battles are fought with sincere words and strong will. You don't need to use your fists in some battles. In some fights, all you need is your strong will. For Saʿd to enter Islam, he had to go against his mother, the one who gave birth to him, who waited for him 9 months, who nurtured and raised him all these years. Saʿd said, "When I entered Islam, my mother flew into a rage. She came up to him, her eyes almost glowing red from the rage. All that was left was steam to come out of her ears. She said, 'Oh Saʿd, what is this religion that has taken you away from the religion of your mother and father? By the gods, if you do not forsake this religion, then I will not eat or drink until I die. Your heart would be broken with grief for me, and remorse would consume you on the account of the deed you have done, and people would criticize you forevermore.'" "Don't do such a thing, mother," Saʿd replied. His heart ached at such a thought. But this religion was more important. "For Allah, I will not give up my religion for anything," he continued. You can see how much certainty and faith he possessed, how strongly loyal he was. However, His mother continued threatening him and ignored completely what he said. Who wouldn't be shaken by their mother threatening to starve herself because of him? Who wouldn't have heartache and pain because of that? For days, his mother would not eat or drink. Day turns to night, the earth turns to see the moon time after time, but she still would not eat or drink. As much as Saʿd was to hold firm to Islam and his religion, his mother also was determined to change his mind. But oh, how wrong she was. Such deadly stubbornness. She became thin and weak. No matter what his mother did, Saʿd held still. He did not change his mind. This religion he had embraced fills his heart with peace and love. He fears Allah's punishment, as all of us should do. Hour after hour, Saʿd used to come to his mother asking her whether he could bring her some food or get her something to drink. Yet she refuses. She insists that she would neither eat nor drink until he abandoned his religion, or she dies. After a while, relatives of Saʿd called him to meet his mother as she was approaching death. She looked so fragile, thin, and weak. That sight would make mountains and bring them to their knees. But Saad's belief proved to be stronger than stones, as our belief in Islam should be. He came nearer and shouted so that she can hear him. "Oh mother, you know, by Allah, if you had 100 souls coming out of you, one after the other, I would not abandon my religion in return of anything. Eat if you like, or don't." MashaAllah, that determination. It is something I admire so much. From a 17-year-old as well. His mother recognized that this time. She knew at that moment that he would not leave his religion ever. His love of Allah and the Prophet ﷺ was stronger. She gave in and started drinking and eating again. See, some things are going to happen in life that would shake your faith. Some people may try to shake the way you see things, trying to change your beliefs in religion. And sometimes, they might be the people closest to you. But just like Saʿd, certainty and strong faith in Islam are your stronghold, and it is not limited to age. It is the love and fear of Allah that fills your heart and guides your way. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Kareem.